Welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson, and we've got a fun show for you this week. We're going to take you over to the Woods and Water weekend that happened in Imlay City here just a little bit ago. We're going to check out some new hunting products, got to taste a lot of good food over there, and we caught up with Kelly Gotch to see what she's been up to lately. Jimmy's got some other fun stuff for us this week, too.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We do have a few more things on this week's show. And speaking of Kelly Gotch, one of our former co-hosts here on Michigan Out of Doors, she was out recently doing a little jigging for salmon with some friends and was nice enough to bring a camera along, so we're going to have that story for you. We're also going to end our three-part series on deer calling, and then we're going to end this week's show with you, the viewer. We have a bragging board segment with stuff from all across the state of Michigan. You won't want to miss that. We've got a great show lined up, so you stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan Out of Doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's the love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Meijer, a destination for hunting, fishing, and camping. From bug spray and tents to GPS and gas, Meijer has nearly everything you need to take on nature and get you there. Meijer. By G5 Outdoors, makers of the Quest and Prime bows. Manufactured and designed in Memphis, Michigan, G5 offers archery bows, broadheads, and accessories. On the web at g5outdoors.com. By Country Smokehouse, offering a variety of meat products. Country Smokehouse is located 3 miles south of I-69 on M53, just south of Imlay City. Country Smokehouse is a meat processor, a butcher, and a destination for sportsmen.
If you live in the southeast part of the state, then you know the Woods and Water show every September in Imlay City is an annual tradition for sportsmen and women over here. And this year was no different. We got to check out some new hunting products and say hello to some old friends. This year marked the 27th year for the Woods and Water News Outdoor Weekend in Imlay City. I stopped in on Saturday morning to check it all out and found a crowd of outdoorsmen and women looking to do the same. Running into old friends at Woods and Water Weekend makes it even more fun, and right off the bat, I found Amber Palig, winner of last year's Richmond Buck Pole. Hey, hey! You look familiar.
Yes, I won the Dick Uvari's buck pole last year.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. And this is the buck.
Yep, just got the mount yesterday.
And you won the free mount at the buck pole?
Yep.
Very cool. Oh my God.
After the hunt.
After the hunt, taxidermy did it.
Okay, cool. So you have any good spots picked out for this year?
The same one in Melvin.
That's right. All right, cool. It's good to see you again,
Good
Amber.
to see you too.
All right. There's so much to see at Woods and Water. It's the perfect place to spend time in early September to get fired up for all the upcoming hunting seasons that are starting this month. Hunters come from all corners of the state to check out the new hunting gear, maybe get an official score on last season's buck, kick the tires on a new ATV, talk turkey with the local experts, or even talk sturgeon with our local Sturgeon for Tomorrow chapter. How's it going, guys?
Good, how you doing?
Good, good. You guys getting some memberships in here?
Not yet, it's early, and Saturday here is always a real busy day, so we're looking forward to a big day.
Cool. Hey, I see a familiar picture back there.
Yeah, exactly.
The chapter's going well, though?
Yeah, chapter's going great. We're really active. We're working on a lot of initiatives to help protect the local sturgeon population and educate anglers on how to take advantage of this great resource. Cool. And make sure it's there for a long, long time.
Awesome. Good. Who is this? Does this puppy have a name yet?
Traeger.
Traeger. What kind of dog is that?
Mountain cur.
Oh my goodness, you guys just got him today?
Yep, a few minutes ago.
Goodness. Oh boy. Who got to pick it out?
Well, we all all kind of thought it was really cute, so we agreed on them.
Cute, cool. Are you pretty excited? Nice. Where are you guys from?
St. Clair.
All right, cool. Well, enjoy your puppy.
Okay, thank you.
Next stop was the Frank's Great Outdoors area where the ice shanties caught my eye. I tracked down Andy Gorski to talk about it. Are people actually thinking ice fishing already? I see you got the shanties out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit early, but if you get a little cold snap here, it's cloudy and a little chilly, people start thinking about that, you know, and just getting them in people's faces, some preseason deals going on, some new stuff coming out. So it's just nice to have something different than the same old everything.
Good deal.
This is new by Clam. New auger adapter. You take your 18-volt drill and your bit, adapt it to this here, hit the switch, and you're happening.
Yeah, I've seen guys that have tried doing it on their own, but that's all built right into the frame.
Yeah, this just makes it, I mean, you can do it, you can use it regular, you know, with a different style adapter, but this here you can use 2 hands and you won't be hurting your wrist.
Nice. I want to go ice fishing now. It's a little early.
It's all right. It won't be long.
Ice fishing season seems like a long ways away, but archery season will be here in just a few days. G5 Outdoors was on hand to show off some of their exciting new prime bows and all the arrow rests, sights, broadheads, and quivers you'll need to get the job done. And all that talk about hunting can work up an appetite. Country Smokehouse had their traditional smorgasbord of snack sticks and jerky out for folks to sample. I ran into good friend John Higgins, who was having a hard time making his decision.
Great.
What's your favorite one?
Actually, all of them, but one keep one at a time. They're all good.
They're going to kick you out if you stay in here too long. You know, you're going to have to buy something.
Very, very good.
Frank Coast is Yale.
You're from Yale,
Yeah.
and have you been coming to Woods and Water every year?
Every year.
Okay. What do you think of the show this year?
So far, so good. Just Puppy Barn's a little smaller.
Is it?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I like it though. It's real nice.
Well, if the puppy tent was smaller this year, it didn't seem to matter. There were still plenty of these cute little future hunting dogs to go around. This is definitely the place to come if you're looking for a new member of the family, whether it's a lab, short hair, beagle, or anything in between. The puppy tent had him here to ogle over. I ran into another friend here, Frank Peak, one of the veterans from a pheasant hunt earlier this year. Hey, Frank!
Hey, how you been?
All right, so we saw you out on that pheasant hunt.
Had an awesome
Greensburg.
time.
What are you doing here?
Well, I raise a litter of mountain cur puppies. This is my last one out of 10. I raise a litter a year to help feed all the other dogs. And they're just awesome bear and coon and squirrel pups. And
Very cool. You got one left, huh?
yeah, it's good to see you
You
again.
too.
This is an awesome event. I can't wait to go look around.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot to see. There's always plenty to see at Woods and Water Weekend, even if you think you've seen it all. There's always a new product out on the market to make hunting a little more fun. It's like Old Home Week here, with familiar faces around every corner. And at the Huron Sportsman booth, I ran into someone we all recognize. Kelly Gotch!
What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. Good to see you.
It's nice to see you too, and all
right.
these people out here.
Yes, okay, you have to tell us, because everybody we run into always wants to know what you're up to. What are
I'm
you
up to a lot of stuff. I'm working for a lot of different national shows, traveling around the country, freelancing,
Yeah?
and running these kids fishing contests. That's what we're doing out here today. Is anybody that wants to drop a name in the fishbowl for a kid 16 or under, they're entered to win a fishing trip on the Big Manistee River.
Sweet. Now, is this what you're doing now? It's probably way easier than working with Jimmy.
Oh my gosh, isn't anything? No, I'm kidding.
Just kidding, Jimmy. Even a little rain didn't keep folks from attending the ever-popular deer processing seminar put on by Steve Francis from Country Smokehouse. And speaking of venison, some of the teams in the chili cook-off were transforming venison into delectable goodness. What's going on here?
Well, I don't know, but it sure smells good.
Yeah, it does.
And we got a bunch of stuff in the pot that is going to taste pretty good in about 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, This looks like a fun group.
Well, chorizo, a little bit of chorizo. That makes the chili very good.
All 15 flavors of chili were indeed delicious. Believe me, I tasted them all. My last stop for the day was in the building that held yet another old friend. Ken from Camo Buck Mounts was here representing his unique idea that's turned into a growing business. Ken surprised me with a camo buck of my own with my alma mater emblazoned on the side. In its 27th year, Woods and Water Outdoor Weekend is going strong. It's become an annual fall tradition for many families here in the southern part of the state, and something to get everyone excited about getting out in the woods again this season. Whether it's your first time here or you're a seasoned Woods and Water veteran, you'll have a blast at this event. We'll see you back here next year to do it all again.
Salmon fishing in the state of Michigan is very popular, but one technique that you may not have seen much of is jigging for salmon. I captured this next segment in the Manistee area. Take a look.
Jigging for salmon.
You may not hear many folks mention jigging when it comes to catching salmon, but it can be an effective technique when the fish move into shallower water in late summer or early fall. Today I hit the water in Manistee with Brad Kamilowski and Nate Hogan, two guys who fish year-round and know how to make them bite.
3 bites. A lot bigger schools coming in tonight. Yeah, there is. That's right, we come out at a good time.
A few years ago, we were actually out here fishing for bass and seen a group of boats out here and just inquired about it and got into it last couple years, and we love it. I'm a guide in the winter. I've been doing it on my own for 6 years. This year I'm actually going to guide with Riverside Charters here in Manistee. My dad was actually a charter captain when I was young, so I kind of took his place. We grew up on the water, lived on a lake, and it was pretty much that's all we did.
Oh yeah, Bradley already missed one. I start out slow. So does Nate. Just missed another one. We start out slow.
Nate Hogan has been first mate on Paul Schlafly's Riverside Charters the past 5 years, and he's spent most of his life on the water.
I started when I was 9 years old, actually fishing Lake Michigan. About 17 years, been mating, running charters out of Manistee here. Get down there, boys and girls.
What's going on?
They're down there. 0 for 2 already. We've been here for 15 minutes.
Got to warm up in the warm-up circle.
Oh, my heart's already pounding. That was sweet. It gets my heart going. Everybody asks why I spend so much money on fishing tackles for this right here. Adrenaline. Fish out! Beautiful.
Nice Manistee Lake King.
We're using like 9-foot medium heavy action rods. We use a lot of braid. Feel the bite better when you're jigging. About a 2 to 3 foot mono leader. Snap swivel. That way you're not twisting up as much. You're not twisting your mono. These are 3-inch long, 1 ounce. When it's sunny out, we like to use this rainbow color. When it gets more overcast and closer to dark, we switch back to the old green glow. Pretty much drop it down to the bottom, 20, 25 feet of water. Doing like a 2 to 3 foot jig. Hit it on the way down. Very few times they'll hit it on the way up while you're jigging it up. Better crank the drag down, otherwise we're gonna get in that anchor line over there. Oh, spoon come out right there. Man. Put them down. They're down there. There's 3 on the graph right now. Pretty much you come out here, you get a good graph with you. If you're marking the fish, more than likely, you'll be getting a bite.
Brad explained why going with a charter might be the best way to go to get started.
You have the best of the equipment, you have guys that are out there every day. To get a kid involved with it, it is very beneficial because you can get on fish and they can actually see what it's like to get into a bunch of fish. I take my daughter all the time. She's 11 now, she loves it. She wants to do this for a living actually. We fish salmon all summer. Now it's getting into our busy season, September, October. We'll start fishing salmon in the river. Then we go on through steelhead all winter pretty much. March, April, we usually end up with steelhead and go back to salmon again. You have a chance for everything here. You know, we have walleye in the spring, we have salmon, one of the best salmon fisheries in the state all summer. Steelhead fishing the last few years has been phenomenal in the Big River, the Little River. Just about anything you want to fish for, they're here.
Oh, yeah,
Jigging for salmon is a great way to target these kings as they transition from the big lake to the river. Add the camaraderie of fishing with others nearby, and you might just have yourself a perfect Pure Michigan experience in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, special thanks to Kelly Gotch for bringing us that story that jigging for salmon is getting to be more and more popular this time of the year. What we're going to do now is shift gears and end our three-part series on deer calling. Now, in this next story, Tom Richardson is going to tell us about a call that you want to use with extreme caution.
No, best for last. And you guys can't hold me responsible for this one. Barry Wetzel taught me this trick years ago. Now this is a direct challenge from one buck to another. When I first tried this call, I just killed a nice buck right in this woods over here, as a matter of fact. I mean, we're filming this right where I hunt. I was just killed a nice buck. I was noon on the 14th of November, heading back to my truck, sleet and snow. There was 80 yards of picked corn. I had corn, standing corn to my right, picked corn here, standing corn over here. I'm heading north and I happen to look over and here's probably 140 class 10 point with his head down, bird dogging, heading south. I'm heading north. I tried the grunt, burp, burp, nothing. I tried the ticking, tick, 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 burp, tick. He wouldn't even look. Then I remember what Barry told me. I was wearing a poncho. If I'd have stepped back in the corn, I'd have killed this deer. But he was so big, it happened so fast, I wasn't thinking. I dropped down to one knee, put my bow at my feet, threw my poncho over my head. Now you guys have heard the alarm blow. Okay, remember when I talked about speaking Russian? You can say the same thing, but if you don't know what you're saying, it doesn't mean anything. This really applies here. An alarm blow, when they see you, we've all heard this. Okay? When an adult buck, a dominant buck, challenges another buck, he'll come from a diaphragm. Now you got to make yourself mad. You've got to put emotion into this call. When I seen that buck, I clenched my teeth together, come from the diaphragm, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but every time I tell that story, the hair stand up on my arms. That buck spun around, his ears come laid straight back. He come across that 80 yards. I'm going, holy cow, it worked. I'm going for my bow. By then he's about 32 yards away. He's turning sideways. He's stiff-legged. He's coming in stiff-legged and sideways. And what I noticed was from the top of his tail all the way up to the middle of his ears, his hair was on end. He had a mane. When he got it at about 31 yards, 30 yards, I could see his eyes were rolled back in his head. This buck was coming to kill me. He wasn't coming to talk about the weather. What he heard was an adult buck. He was a dominant buck for this area. He heard another adult buck on his territory just call him out, and he took me up on it. And this was, I mean, if I would have shot that buck, I'd have had to claim self-defense. I mean, maybe I could have saved my tag if I claimed self-defense, because he was coming to kill me. All joking aside, when you guys do that call, just be really, really careful, because this is no joke. You get an adult buck coming in, and he's mad like that, especially during the rut. He's insane to begin with. But now you just make him twice as mad. When he got it at about 28 yards, he was sideways, he was up on his hooves like this, and he cocked his head, which is, I'm thinking, he's gonna come down and gore me. That was his intention. We locked eyes. I mean, and then in that instant, he realized what I was. And he was still thinking about it. Then I went to draw my bow, wherever I could, and he seen me and took off, and I'm just sitting there going, whoa. But so keep that one in mind too. I'd just be up in a tree when I did it. So anyway, calling is very, very deadly when done correctly. You know, take some time and just sit in the tree and just listen to the deer. You know, go out in the summertime and listen to the deer. Master the whole ball of wax. The big banana is the fawn-doe relationship. That's the whole ball of wax. Because, you know, it's rut time, it's breeding season. Where those does are, those bucks are gonna be.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you check us out online. Lots of different ways to connect with us here at the TV show. You can do so on our website at MichiganOutofDoorsTV.com, on our Facebook page at Michigan Out of Doors TV, or on our new Twitter account. We're online letting you know what we're up to and what we've got coming up over the next few weeks.
Well, that's right, Jenny. The next several weeks are going to hold a lot of exciting stories here on Michigan Out of Doors. This past weekend, we had 2 different cameras out on bear hunts. I was able to get out on the youth deer season with my 12-year-old daughter. You won't want to miss that. We've been out on the rivers doing a lot of fishing of late because there is just a ton of big kings in the rivers. And that's not even to mention that next week is the start of the archery season. So it is a phenomenal time to be a sportsman here in the state of Michigan. Make sure you are getting out and enjoying our great old state. And hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Rosie Brothers. Located in Dryden, Michigan, Rosie Brothers has been serving Michigan for over 40 years. Specializing in outdoor needs, Rosie Brothers features Kubota tractors and equipment for use in farm, home, or commercial needs. On the web at rosiebrosinc.com. By Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises of Munising, exploring Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, with its sandstone cliffs, caves, waterfalls, and lighthouses. Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises on the web at picturedrocks.com. By Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas energy in homes, farms, and businesses across our great state. Learn more at usemichiganpropane.com. By Meyer, a destination for hunting, fishing, and camping. From bug spray and tents to GPS and gas, Meyer has nearly everything you need to take on nature and get you there. Meyer. Closed captioning is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas to outdoor enthusiasts across our great state.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbow trout in a hidden stream. The white-tailed deer in the tall pine trees. I am a